welcome everyone to our next channeling session with Starseed Lø Lø. And as we prepare, I just want to remind everyone, if you do wish to ask questions, please note that they will be read in the comment section but not put on the screen, as we are making shorts of these sessions. So we appreciate your understanding with that. And with that, I will turn it over to Starseed Lø Lø to let us know who's coming today, and when we're ready, get started.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for having me back, as always. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. How are you?
Pretty well. Thank you. All right, let's get into it. I'm also on TikTok and Twitch on the side. I'm going to turn down the lights a little bit. Sometimes it disrupts me when my eyes are closed. I look a little spooky in here.
It's kind of cool how your glow is matching the world behind you.
Yeah, got a bluish light over here. All right, I find that using the tuning fork on either selenite or crystal quartz gives it a lot more pure sound than the actual hockey puck that it came with. All right, let me just share it up. Hold on. Over here.
Yeah, just be careful not to crack the stone.
I know, I've broken a crystal before. It does happen, especially with selenite. All right, let's do it. Anyone on TikTok? Apologize, I'm channeling right now. Can't see. If you give me any gifts or likes or follows, thank you in advance. The Mantis is back.
Welcome, Mantis.
Welcome to our lair as well.
What information would you like to share with us today?
What information would we not like to share? Is actually the question. And the answer is we do too. We like to be smart Alex, as you say. We are here to spread love and light. We are also here to assist humanity in any way you wish in the humanic experiential sequence. Is there anything specific that you're burning to know?
Actually, I do have a question for you, and I was talking with a friend at a conference last July, and she just looked at me and flat out said, "I have mantis eyes." And I always thought, okay, that must be a starseed characteristic, but what exactly does that mean, to have mantis eyes?
In the moment, it meant that since your eyes are the window to the soul, she experienced the flash from which you do have a life in common and a mantis tie, which she also has, or she would not be able to recognize. Therefore, your eyes were the windows in which she could see this She's also a part of it, specifically that. Do you have a fondness for genetics?
I do recently, it seems.
That's one indicator. You have several others, and that you also like to help others and help the collective. The mantis beings are seen as a giant praying mantis. However, in upper realms, we do not have bodies. As we have explained time and time again, we are more like consciousness in a collective that only elect or select to have a biosuit for certain experiences, or in a certain dimension frequency, such as lower fourth dimension where you are, sometimes show ourselves in what you call a biosuit body. However, we are the geneticists, specialists of what you call DNA and RNA. Years ago, they called it junk DNA because there were markers they could not identify. Consciousness does not make any mistakes. There's no such thing as junk DNA.
So therefore, were you, and when I say you, I mean the mantis people, were you a part of those that installed, I guess is a way of putting it, the extra strands of DNA that are within us? And I'm just also curious, were you the ones that brought awareness that we did have these multiple DNA strands that were previously unknown?
Not exactly, and yes, meaning that it is not an extra strand, it is an extra spark, not even extra, a spark of consciousness within yourself that are like DNA markers that send the messenger RNA messages. The higher your frequential energy, the higher your sequence, and the higher your experience. Therefore, as a consciousness being, you are doing this to yourself, and no extra, as you say, strands, just a spark.
And just to clarify for everyone, when I meant extra, I meant our scientists told us we were double helix, meaning 2-strand DNA, and then they found more strands, so that's why I used the term extra. Just wanted to clarify.
That's right. They did say that. It's more like a dodecahedron shape, very roundish like the Earth, since one is a reflection of the other. Can you repeat the second question?
Were you a part of the groups that revealed the more strands of DNA within us to the doctors and geneticists and brought awareness to them?
Yes. Those which are not soulless, as you say, NPCs. Those which are starseeds.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And also, thank you for helping us with our DNA and creating our awareness to unfold who we really are.
The key to the matrix is to be happy. Just be happy, and you will unlock potential beyond your wildest dreams.
Thank you for that. And may I ask a type of personal question for the collective?
That is what we are here for. So, yes.
Here on the Earth realm, we eat substance to keep our muscles up and to grow and to keep our strength up. And as you pointed out, you being energy, is there a way that you can describe for us how you maintain energy? Do you need to consume or drink fluids to maintain your energy in the biosuits and in your energy form?
Not in the energy form, because that is pure consciousness without a body. However, some of us choose to be on mantis ships right now. Some of them are triangular shape. Others are oblong, like a large tic-tac. Those who are experiencing a body on, as you say, ships or planets or even stars as a portal do require some level of nutrition, water, unless they're a fifth dimensional or higher.
Do they have operational bases on our moon and inner Earth, or do they operate from their ships mainly?
The mantis have a base in Antarctica underneath, specifically, also underneath the Giza Plateau, and of course, many races. Oh, and
With
then there's
being
others.
I apologize.
It's okay. Actually, we have many bases throughout multiple realities. Oh. She knocked over her smoothie.
Are all the bases, do they communicate telepathic to each other, and that's why we don't intercept their transmissions, so to speak?
We have electronic hollow messages that are through waves of technology that cannot be detected by human radars. Therefore, it is literally below the radar's bandwidth of Earth. Satellites sometimes can detect it, which is why satellites such as SETI are searching for ETs, although the SSV already knows ETs. It's a bit of a farce that some extreme satellite technology can detect us. Most of it is telepathic. However, we use symbols as language as well.
Can you help us understand the fact that we have satellites around the Earth to communicate with everyone, but when it comes to the moon, we have no satellites to communicate with our shuttles? Is that due to an agreement with the SSP bases and the ET bases, as we call them?
That's not necessarily true. There are two very large satellites, Phobos and Deimos, that they call small moons around Mars, which are actually satellite ships that triangulate via the moon, Mars to Earth.
Sorry, I'm trying to wrap my head around that for a moment.
Phobos and Deimos, if you look them up quickly on Google and such, you'll see two little asteroid looking very small things that they call moons. These are giant satellite stations, SSP and otherwise, mostly used by humans to triangulate satellite intermissions and communications and whatnot, triangulating Mars, Earth, and the moon.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I have a friend who keeps asking me if I have been on the Jupiter station for the SSP, and I know I've been on Saturn and Mars. Do you have any clarification for that for me as to do with the Jupiter station?
Ask your higher self. What was the first answer your higher self told you?
Yes, but then that was it. It was like, then it went quiet.
Yes. Yes is true. And we will leave it at that, as we are not at liberty to say anything else about it other than agreeing with your higher self.
Thank you for that.
Welcome.
Do you feel in your watching over us and everything that scientists have deemed Pluto as no longer a major planet due to all the talk about the 10th planet returning and to try and thwart the awareness of that? Or why do you think Pluto is no longer considered a major planet?
A lot of astrology types say it has to do with astrology because Pluto is a destroyer of the matrix and destroying the cabal. It's not that serious, nor do we care what they call it or what they tell you, being that NASA and SSP are mostly false and a farce. Therefore, if it's mostly false and mostly farce, it doesn't matter. There are many near-Earth space objects which are bigger than Pluto that go under their dwarf planet definition that they don't even use themselves. Therefore, they are large hypocrites. Additionally, there are other planets that are not included in your solar systemic astrology, at least 2, if not 3. One that is in pieces on the outside, outer limits beyond Pluto, which might or might not be discovered in this lifetime. Therefore, the astrology is not really as accurate, other than the true sidereal, not seasonal, which is off because it is not by the lunar cycle calendars anyway.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We have talked with other beings about Tiamat and have been guided to it's the asteroid belt around Mars is the remnants of Tiamat. And I wonder, did Tiamat also refer to the planet Nibiru, which is the 10th planet as some New Age people like to call it? Or is Nibiru a different planet somewhere else?
That is the ghost of Maldek. Maldek had souls that reincarnated, although it's all here and now, but in an experiential frequency sequence. They went from Maldek, in essence, to Mars, and Mars to Earth and Venus.
Thank you.
Welcome.
There are many people talking about the Anunnaki being not a race, but a, like we would consider a council of races or a federation of races. Is that your understanding, or are we getting ourselves confused with a bunch of misinformation about who they are?
There is no understanding other than what you feel and think in the moment. However, we had mentioned this early and other channeling via other energies, that the Anunnaki are no longer the exact formulation that they were hundreds of thousands of years ago, and that they have become the Illyrians and Orions of various types, even unknown to most starseeds, and Pleiadians.
Thank you. Do you have a message for Laura or I?
Just keep going, just keep swimming. Wake up in the morning and wonder, why am I writing this book? Why am I singing this song? Why am I making this post and spending 6 hours a day on social media? Keep it up. Energy is energy spreading. If you have energy to give, someone is there to receive it. You never know who will hear, see, or feel something from not only this broadcast, but your energy in general.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I know as I ask this question, we keep getting the answer of keep our energies high and love in our hearts. But beyond that, is there anything that Laura, I, and hybrids and star seeds can do to help you all in your missions?
Our mission is you. Your mission is to follow your highest passion no matter what. As long as you are following your highest passion in every moment to moment to moment to moment, you are doing your quote on purpose. That helps everyone in multiple collectives and multiple dimensions.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Disclosure is a hot topic right now amongst our planet, and everyone's having different views of it. And I would like to give your opinion of what you feel the disclosure that's happening now, how it's impacting you, and what you see it becoming.
Bashar is channeling that as early as 2027. Physical contact is here. Let's all make this happen. If that's what we wish, let's choose that path, us and yourselves.
Thank you. Do the mantis people have an understanding of what we call death here on the earth realm? And if so, can you explain or share what it's like with us?
What death is like with you?
For you,
With the
the
body?
mantis people.
Or the ones with the body, just as with the humans are. You shapeshift to a way higher dimensional plane of existence. And then you choose what you do next. The ones without a body are already in that shape-shifted stage of being. The ones with the mantis bodies are like the ones with the human bodies. You shapeshift to the other side, same as we do.
Thank you.
Welcome.
There are some people who say reincarnation is a program designed to trap the human consciousness in a never-ending cycle of birth, death, birth, death. Do you feel this is true and that they are taking us and from reaching that final stage and re-putting us back in? Or is that something someone's telling everyone to quote unquote create fear?
Like any other fear mongering, that's bullshit and untrue. If something does not resonate with you in the right way, then it's not true. That's your body telling you it's not true because it does not resonate with you. Does this make sense?
It does. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We have about 4 minutes left. Is there any messages you would like to share with the collective that we have not touched on yet?
Excuse our French, but get your shit done. You have a passion? Take action. If you take no action, you won't realize your dreams connected with that passion. There's no such thing as being stuck. This is a farce. Energy can never be stuck. Even potential energy, even in a physical existence, which does not exist. The experience itself is never stuck. The energy is never stuck. Therefore, why put yourself and your soul in a place to feel stuck when you're the one manifesting it, controlling it? It's up to you, your reality. You don't only have the power, you are the power. We hear humans saying, escape the matrix. You cannot escape the matrix because you are the matrix. Therefore, bend it in your favor. Keep your frequency high. Get your shit done, meaning take action, and follow your passion. This is all. It is physics. It is not a belief.
Is that why deja vu and all these Mandela effects are becoming more prevalent and more aware of in our current timelines? Because we are doing that?
This is one of the side effects, yes. The paranormal is actually normal. When you have a higher frequency, you can see, feel, clairaudient, clairsentient, like a radio dial, turning up your frequency to a higher shifted channel. So yes, magical experiences, maybe even seeing a leprechaun, a dwarf, a fairy, unicorn, Sasquatch, which is a human without hybrid alien DNA. Yes, sometimes you'll experience that of a dream within a dream state because you're in a dream right now. This is all because your frequency is growing higher and higher and higher as a collective. You individually, it's up to you. We choose not to live in fear. Therefore, we're not.
Thank you for that. And I know we're getting close on time, but I just had a thought pop in my head and looking for, I guess, validation a little bit about it is as we're connecting with our inner earth aspects, are the Fae kind of the bridge between the what we would call surface dwellers and the inner earth dwellers?
Yes and no. It's more like welcome to the fourth dimension, party animals.
I think we're due for a party.
And create one. We'll be there.
Well, thank you for that. And Laura and I wish to share with you our love for you, coming and sharing your knowledge with us and your wisdom, and welcome you anytime.
We are glad to be here experiencing this shift with yourself and your collective because you are also us. And we are able to have a human experience because you all are our heroes and heroines having the experience. We love you very much. Namaste.
Namaste. And if you could please bring Laura back.
back.
How are you feeling?
Pretty good. Just like I didn't want to come back. They're these mantis, sometimes I get different ones. Last time with you, got like a really happy, jovial one. These ones were more like tricksters and like jokesters.
They wanted to party, so we need to throw a party, and they said they would come.
Yeah. They like to party. Their energy is always with us, and if you need a healing or you have a question, they will definitely give you an answer, either through a synchronicity, dream, something like that.
Well, thank you again for hosting and providing this channeling experience with us. And we will see everyone in a couple of weeks for the next one.
All right. See y'all next time. Bye for now. Thank you for having me, Michael, and thank you for sending your love on my behalf, because 100% true.
Yes, and thank you as well, and thank you for all your support and being there as well. And so everyone who was watching this, thank you as well. We could not do this without you, so thank you with all of our hearts, and have a wonderful couple of weeks, and we will see you all on our next one. Bye for now.
Bye for now.